This will never get old. So beautiful. A little kick swim. It's my first night in Jamaica, and of course, hungry now, thinking about what to eat. The consensus is go to Little Caesars. How am I in Jamaica going to eat fast food that I can get at home? I guess that's just the way it is. So let's go to Little Caesars. In this plaza, they have Burger King, there is a Popeyes, and there is the Little Caesars. This is the life. All right, it is day one in Jamaica, and just had a very restful sleep at Treehouse. This is Treehouse Negril. It is right on the 7 Mile beach, and I have to say, like, the vibe in here is really cute. When I was looking for a place to stay, I heard so many great reviews about here. I'm going to definitely show you the room. I think we're going to be getting a bigger room because the room in there is a little tight, but I would have to say, like, the bed was super comfy. So right now, if you're wearing a band, when you check in, they give it to you, and it allows you to eat breakfast for free. So I guess it's kind of like a bed and breakfast, but yeah. So let's see what a typical Jamaican breakfast would be. If I would have it my way, I would 100% want ackee and saltfish, but maybe it's gonna be like callaloo. Maybe it could be like a rundown of some sort, but let's see. Good morning. So one thing I love about coming to Jamaica, when you stay at like a hotel or something like that, in general, I find like everyone to be like, good morning. You know, they greet you and stuff like that, and I think that's like really, really important. Anyways, here we are. Let's go for breakfast. Just arrived for breakfast, and it is buffet, and I was right, it's callaloo. I think there's some fried dumpling. I'm gonna go show you, but they just greeted us and brought a little fruit plate. I think this is papaya, pineapple, and an orange. Yeah.
Very sweet. Yeah, I'm gonna.
Thank you.
Need a refill, just
Okay,
let me know.
thank you. You have seasonal fruits, eggs your way, so scrambled over easy, omelets, pancakes, waffles, French toast, and bacon is an additional charge. And then they have like your water, pineapple, orange juice. And then there's also the buffet. I think I'm gonna go and see what's in the buffet. Hello. I am having some callaloo, which is basically like steamed spinach, let's say. It's kind of like a collard green. This is my favorite fried dumpling. You need to have this if you ever come to Jamaica. This is my first time having ham like this. I mean, I'm assuming it's just like regular ham, but maybe it's like sliced or something like that. And bon appetit. So this one doesn't have saltfish, but if you get like callaloo and you have saltfish, So good. This is one of the benefits of staying at a Jamaican-owned and Jamaican-operated hotel, is that if they have a restaurant on staff, you are getting authentic Jamaican food, as opposed to staying at some of the bigger chains where it's more Americanized food. And if that's what you like, that's cool. But if you want to have like some vibes, some of the culture, some of the authenticity of Jamaica, and staying at one of these type of establishments, even eating at the restaurants, it's really important for you to experience it. One of my goals for this trip is to learn how to drive in Jamaica. So they adopted like the British way, where on the right hand side is the driver, and yeah, I feel like the driving, like once you know how to drive, I feel like the driving would be easy. I feel like just understanding the road though, and like understanding like the traffic, the traffic, like the way of traffic and the way that the road moves. I feel like that is like the challenge that I'll have to like kind of mentally overcome. But yeah, my goal is definitely to learn how to drive here. The driving is not for the weak. I will 100% say that, because between the motorcycles and just like how like people are, they love to use a horn. They love to use a horn, which, you know, normally like a horn would mean like you're kind of like mad at someone, but they really communicate with the horn to just say like, hey, slowing down. So like, you know, just letting you know. They also use the hazard light. That's something else that I've seen here. Fruit stand, the side of the road. I've been here before. Gotta get some pineapple. Let's taste it. Let's taste it. Let's taste it. This is nice and sweet. One of the places that everyone wants to go to when they come to Negril is Rick's Café, but apparently just next door there is a restaurant that has amazing views. It's called LTU, and that is where we're going to have a little lunch. And then I think we'll just go into Rick's Café just to get some of the views. I mean, let's just talk about the views here. Absolutely gorgeous. The sun is hot. The sun is hot today. Thank gosh I have my sunscreen on. I have my glasses on. But yeah, this is such a nice vibe. I think, I hope that the food's good too. All right, thank you. So I had the crab quesadilla. And I have to say, it's pretty good. Never had crab quesadilla, but it doesn't feel like it is from a can or anything like that. It actually feels like it's from like fresh lump crab. Overall, I feel like this is such a nice chill spot if you're looking to come and dine right by the seaside. This view, this view it really speaks for itself. One thing about being in the West End is there's no sidewalks, so you have to be really, really careful, because these men and ladies, the drivers are crazy. Like, you really have to pay attention and make sure that you are like hugging the road. Right now, we're gonna just pop into Rick's Cafe to see Wagwan. I brought my bathing suit, but I don't have it on, so I am gonna go put it on, because I think I haven't jumped at Rick's Cafe in such a long time, and since I'm here, might as well go and do it. So let me go change and get ready to do a little cliff jumping. When you're traveling in Jamaica, make sure to pack your bathing suit. So I didn't have my bathing suit underneath, but I am literally in the parking lot at Rick's Café, covertly, or at least trying to covertly put on my bathing suit so that I can go and do this. So let me finish off and yeah. Why was I acting so nervous? I was nervous as I was about to jump in, but honestly, once I was in, that water was just so smooth. It was perfect temperature. I felt like I could literally float there for like hours. If you are coming to do something touristy, definitely on like the Negril side, you have to stop at Rick's Cafe. I don't care if it is like the tourist thing to do. It is definitely a nice experience. The other one, which I haven't done, is YS Falls. If you are looking for something different when going to Jamaica and you're going to stay in Negril, I'm highly going to suggest checking out some of like the hotels and villas on the West End. It just is a different vibe from the beach. And if you're looking for something like, I don't know, I want to say like more higher end. And I'll be honest with you, back in the day when I used to stay at only all-inclusives when coming to Jamaica, I would never stay at like these 2 and 3 star like hotels and villas because I was like, this is not my vibe. But if you can find a place that does like a buffet breakfast or some type of breakfast and like nice accommodations, you could take the route taxi, which is like the red plates, to like get around. Of course, you could get like a Juta tour, or you could find like an actual just like tour guide that can like take you around. I know that some people will also rent like scooters and stuff like that. But I mean, in terms of like safety, I think driving is probably like the one thing that you just have to make sure that you're very cognizant, and like if you're walking in the road. But there are so many great like restaurants, like LTU was great, but like there's millions of, I like Push Cart, I've been there. There's this place to have breakfast, I forget what it's called, but that is also really good. We had Slutty Taco. They didn't have all the things that I would have wanted to have at Slutty Taco, but there was another place, I don't know if it's called Irie Taco. Google's going to be your best friend. Reviews are going to be your best friend. Instagram, all that kind of stuff is going to be like your best friend. But yeah, West End, probably in Negril, is my favorite, more so than 7 Mile Beach. But mind you, 7 Mile Beach is also quite the vibe.
What flight now?
Oh, and I wanted to see that.
Yeah.
This is so hot. Festival. So I am eating a French fried lobster. I've never heard of this before, but it has a little bit of spice, a little kick to it. When they talk about like street food in Jamaica, this is what I'm talking about. Like roadside, just stop at some like random place and see what they're cooking up, and then just enjoying it. Because I am stuffed. Honestly, this was such a worthwhile stop. I highly encourage, if you are in Jamaica, especially if you have a driver, to let them take you off the beaten path and go to places like this, because when you see a lot of people there and you see that a lot of people are stopping, it could be a good indication that both locals and then of course any tourists are stopping. And you know, the locals know where to shop, where to eat. They know all the things. So this will never get old. I'm in like the exact location just over 5 years ago where I really think my life changed. I got into an accident right here as I was getting out of a car where I guess the road was very thick with mud, and I was wearing flip-flops and I ended up breaking my ankle. And honestly, it was a year that I had to be put on pause. I couldn't work. I literally worked from my bed teaching kids how to speak English in China, in Korea, and I had surgery, and then I had to learn how to walk again. I was in a cast. Once the cast came off, I learned to walk again, and I used to walk with a cane. And yeah, it was just one of those times in life that was like truly humbling, not to be able to just like walk and get up and go to the bathroom, but having to rely on either like a walking scooter or to get someone to help you to do certain tasks like cleaning my bathroom, changing my bed sheets. Definitely was one of those things that you didn't realize what that little pause and God's redirection to do something else, how that has drastically impacted my life. But yeah, I was just driving by this location and I'm like, yeah, that day, March 18th, my life definitely changed. Yeah, I just wanted to see. Where are you looking for?
How much? Yes, sir.
XOXO, my love is very special. If you want it, you can have it, but don't take me for granted. So much, so much, so much things I did not say. I'm from Portmore, that's in JA. We can do it on that beach day.
This is quite the experience. Like, it's perfection. I love this. Oh my gosh. When you think of Jamaica, you think of, you know, hype up, jump up. But this is the Jamaica that I was craving. And ooh, I love that I got to experience this. Okay, I'm gonna step in. Okay, I have water shoes on. It's cold. What do you call it? You called it refreshing.
Yeah, man.
Yeah?
Sit back, turn around.
Sit back?
Turn around.
Okay. You're funny. Drop it like it's hot. It is definitely refreshing. Yeah, ready? Whew. Thank you. Okay. Let's do this. I'm gonna jump. This place is magical. Wow. Wasn't that so cool? Hidden gems when you're in Jamaica. That's why you have to know a local, because they can bring you to all of these places. I am learning to drive in Jamaica.
Keep on your left.
If I just wanted to go down this street here, I'm gonna stop and I stay on this side of the road. Okay.
Y'all drive so close to your curb.
Oh, I don't know. I'm just thinking. Okay. I guess I'll end the journey here. I'm in Portland, actually in the town of Port Antonio in Portland. And honestly, Portland is such a lush oasis. It honestly does not get as much play as it really needs to, but it is gorgeous here. I've been here since yesterday. And today, want to go out, get some brunch. The one thing I will say about Portland is it is probably as green as it is because of the amount of rain. It's very humid out here and it tends to rain a lot. So I've noticed, this is my second time here, and I've noticed the first time it was kind of like overcast. The sea was very rough. And today it's like the sun is playing peekaboo. So it's a little bit of cloudy, partly sunny. And yeah. There's not a lot of places to stay here, affordable places. So I am staying at somewhere called Inn on the Town. And I'm gonna show you outside just so you can get an idea of where it is. But I'm excited to explore Portland more because it is a trek to get here. So it takes about 2.5 hours, so it's 2 hours and 15 minutes to get here from around the Ocho Rios area, so give or take. So if you were going all the way from Montego Bay, it's probably gonna take you like 4+ hours. So I can totally see why a lot of people don't come all the way out to Portland. And then if you're in Kingston, the challenge is the roads. Yesterday, I went up like down towards like the Long Bay area in Portland, and the roads, oh my gosh, they were atrocious. I was literally, my head was like bobbing. I was like one of those bob dolls. And I was like, we were actually supposed to stay out at a hotel down there. That looks really, really nice. But thinking about having to go through that trek to get back into like the area where they have like Frenchman's Cove, the Blue Lagoon, I was like, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. So yeah, let's go and explore Portland today.
100 meters, sharp left.
Huge.
Turn right.
When I say Portland is lush, like look at the color green of all these plants that if you live in any kind of, you know, four-seasoned climate, you would never get our palm trees to look like this. Like this is absolutely gorgeous, and like all of these things are just like freely growing in the wild. Anyways, we are gonna go into G-Jam. This is one of the hotels that are like really popular. I believe it's like some type of maybe music producer or someone else who has created this hotel, and they have a restaurant here called the Bush Bar. So I'm gonna check it out, eat some brunch, and see what the vibe is. Just wanted to share some of the views from G-Jam. Lunch was great, drinks were good. The vibe, even though there's no one here, but it has a chill little vibe. This is like a really interesting place to stay if you're in Portland. We are right outside the Blue Lagoon. I'm excited to go here because we have already gone to Frenchman's Cove, which, let's talk about Frenchman's Cove because that is a vibe. This is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Water taking me away!
Alright, come back, come now, come down there, so. Oh, yeah, struggle to come back, so.
The current is taking me.
I don't know where you go so far, final. You can't touch the ground?
Nope.
You're tired, mama.
I am.
Take it deeper, you know?
Right? You're freezing. Oh my God. Let's go through what it's like to be here at the Blue Lagoon. I have no idea if it's like a mineral spring, if it's part of the sea. Yes.
The mineral is also the fountain of youth as well. Okay?
Guys, you want mine there?
No.
I'm not sure if you could hear the lady, but she was saying like that is the mineral part, so it's fresh water and it has lots of healing properties. And then you have the sea. Apparently, there is like a 200-foot drop-off, so they suggest that you wear a life vest. But then I know that we're gonna go and check out the area where you can actually jump off. So, am I in the mood to jump off again? Out there is 200 feet. I'm a good swimmer, but I just figure might as well get myself a life jacket and freely enjoy myself. Then I'm probably thinking, I'm not sure if I should start in the mineral spring or the mineral area, mineral pool, or just like jump off straight. But I just know the vibe is safety. The vibe is safety over looking good. This place is like literally like you're in the jungle. That's exactly what this feels like you're in the jungle. I'm really happy that I took the life jacket just to, you know, just to make it easier. On our way to Winnifred Beach. It sounds like a piece of hypeness is there, but let's see. Let's see what the vibe is here. I feel like this is like the first time I've heard music since I've been in Jamaica. So of course I'm gonna go and check it out. That was a nice little swim. Down here is a little bit of a vibe. I would definitely say it's a mix of locals and then I guess some tourists as well. The water feels nice. The sand is not as fine as like Negril side, 7 Mile Beach, but equally as nice. Very refreshing water. Not really my thing.
Hi. Hi, little baby. You're so sweet. Come.
When I tell you that Jamaica owes me nothing, I mean Jamaica owes me nothing. If there's one thing I can leave you with about Jamaica, is if you're coming, get off the resorts. I think the resorts are great. They offer a lot of really great amenities, especially your food if you don't want to worry about that. But if you get a chance, make sure you get off the resort and really go and explore Jamaica. It has so much to offer. It's my last night in Jamaica and I'm gonna go out, eat a little food, then come back, get myself organized and packed for my journey back to reality because it feels like I haven't been in reality for such a long time. Mm-hmm.